What's up everyone? Just wanted to do a update of all my corn snakes. Want to update first the girl who's about to lay eggs, as well as the babies I got just a couple months ago. So let's do it. I guess first we should show Tony, who is very much in shed right now. This is about as deep in shed as you're gonna get. You can see he's almost all purple. I'm sure he can't see anything right now. He's a little nervous. I'm not gonna mess with him, but I figured it would just be cool to get a few shots of him in shed here. And Tony did breed to the girl who is underneath him, who I'm going to show you next. Tony is about 14 years old. I've had him for that long. So he's definitely an old guy to be breeding, but he got the job done, it seems. I mean, we'll see when the eggs come out, and the eggs should be coming out pretty soon. So here we have the girl who currently has eggs. This is her tub. And as you can see right now, she is also in shed, which this is going to be her pre-lay shed. It's kind of funny how their cycles usually match up as far as shedding. Most of my carpet pythons, they'll all shed within the same week. And then my corn snakes, they'll usually shed around the same week. So yeah, it seems like everyone always gets synced up. I don't know exactly how that happens. But yeah, this girl is about to have her pre-lay shed. After that, within about 2 weeks, we should have some eggs, so I'm looking forward to that. This is her lay box. This is just a box with some substrate that is a little bit more humid for her to lay her eggs. Sometimes if you don't provide a humid spot for corn snakes, they will lay eggs in their water bowl, which is obviously going to be the most humid spot. So you definitely want to allow them a nice area to lay their eggs. So I believe it's been over a month since we had gotten both the Tessera corn snakes as well as the Palmetto corn snakes. So I'm going to do some comparisons, you know, talk about some of their different behaviors and how they're all coming along. So I'm just gonna start with the het Palmetto female. So as you can see, they are somewhat normal looking, but kind of with a more diffused hypo type of orangey red base color to them. So she was always a good eater. She's been eating very good, and she's gotten quite a bit of size up on her. She is also very skittish. She doesn't like to be handled at all. So I usually respect that and don't handle her, but here's a good size comparison. She's growing great. I mean, I won't count on it, but I mean, I think she may get up to breeder size for next season. I mean, we still have over 7-8 months probably before she has to go down for brumation, so I think she's looking pretty good. And I'm really excited to get these projects going for sure. But she is currently eating. She'll eat like 2 fuzzy mice. Looks like she is about 18 inches long at least. She was outcrossed to a wild caught. So she is an F1, meaning that she's going to be the first generation that is captive born. Besides obviously the other parent, which was the Palmetto. So it was a Palmetto to a wild caught. And she still carries some of the wild genes, as far as it seems like the more generations go past, the more docile and the more, you know, captive traits these animals tend to get. So she certainly is a little bit more of a handful than, you know, some of my other snakes, as far as they're very docile and very handleable. She's just a little bit skittish, a little bit scared, but she eats great. Next up we have the male het Palmetto. He has much more of a like faded out color. We'll see how it progresses when he ages. Kind of that grayish head like you'd see from a blood red. But he doesn't actually eat as well. He was given to me pretty small, and he is gaining some size. He is also a little skittish, just like the other het Palmetto, but he doesn't eat as well. I mean, he eats fine, but you know, he won't eat like multiple pinkies during a meal or anything like that. And he is much more shy when eating, as far as he doesn't want me to watch him. But here's a little size comparison in my hand here. I'm not sure if he'll get up to size this year. I mean, that would be great if he did, but If not, we can just bring the project a different way, make some hats, and you know, it's gonna be a while anyway when you're working with recessive genes to get these projects going, so no rush. But as much as I want visual palmettos, sometimes you gotta wait. But otherwise, he is doing very good. He has gained significant size, but he's definitely much younger than the female. I'm not trying to power feed them, but I am wanting them to eat at least once a week to every 5 days, you know, a decent sized meal. So that is it for the palmetto project. What I'm gonna do now is show you the Tessera stuff. So let's get going. This is an Okatee Tessera. So kind of like the het palmetto boy. She is a little jumpy, but definitely one of the most docile corns that I have. So Okatee is somewhat of a locality as far as, it's mostly seen as any corn snake that has large black around the natural pattern, but it was originating out of some wild caught animals out of Okatee National Forest. The Tessera, I just love how it looks with just the natural colors of the corn snake. She doesn't display too much of the Okatee as far as big black lines. It doesn't matter to me because I just like the normal look to a corn snake with this pattern in it. It just brings out all the reds and the oranges and kind of the dark browns, all the colors that you like to see. So this here is a red factor anery Tessera. So what the red factor means is that it's bred for more red. If you've heard of salmon, you know, that's a more pink color. This is bred for more red coloration. So what you're going to see is a little bit more blushing as far as the pattern on the dorsal goes and the head. It's gonna blush out to a more purpley red color. This isn't the best example of this trait, but it's definitely an amazing animal, and I got a regular anery just to kind of compare it, but she eats amazing, as much as you'd ever want her to eat. She'll eat every single time. Growing great, despite being a little bit younger even than some of the others, than like the Okatee female. She's outgrown her pretty easily, and she does have this really nice clear belly that isn't present on the other anery Tessera. So I was really looking forward to comparing the red anery Tessera, the red factor, to the regular anery Tessera, but unfortunately the regular anery Tessera is in shed, and they look awfully similar right now, I can tell you that. Let me try to see what I can do, but same deal with her. She's doing just as good as the other girl is. She is a little bit older and she is a tiny bit bigger, but they're around the same size, but both eat like crazy. So it would be very hard to tell these two apart, besides the fact that one has this patterned belly, as you can see there, and one has a clear belly like this right here. And you can see, just like mostly all corn snakes, they're all very, very docile and very, very fun to handle. So last, but certainly not least, is the snow Tessera. Been eating super great and growing great, and I'm really happy about that because I'm looking to, you know, retire Tony from breeding and then have him breed, you know, the female het snow and make some more snow Tesseras. That's the plan there. Otherwise, you know, I'm just waiting for all the other girls to get of size, and you don't have to rush them, anything like that. No rush to breed any of the snakes I have now, but the male would be good just to give Tony a good break. But you can see he's definitely getting some really good pinks and some really good yellows in, so I really look forward to making some more of these guys. Right now he's eating usually 2 fuzzies every 5 to 7 days. He would eat every day if I gave him food. Right now all these guys are still being kept in the same tubs as they were before. So in a few months, I will be looking to move them up. Right now, they would most certainly get out of this area right there. That's really the biggest thing with corn snakes, is you want to make sure you don't bring them up too early to where they can get out of their enclosure, because there is always a space between the rack and the tub. Always be cognizant of that. I mean, these are the juvenile to adult racks that they sell at Animal Plastics. These are actually made for juvenile or adult ball pythons, adult male ball pythons. They're going to be 15 quart tubs, and I believe it's 31 quart tubs. So they'll have plenty of room. Most of them could live in this to adulthood. Most breeders keep adult corn snakes in these tubs. I tend to try to go into 41 quarts, and that's just because I just want my animals to have more room to move around. That's pretty much it. Other than that, that's really it for my corn snake update. I will make a video, of course, when our pregnant girl lays eggs, which I'm super excited for, and I'll bring you through that whole process. Yeah, that's it for the corn snakes. Like, comment, subscribe, and if you made it this far, you're on the team. And if you made it this far,